It's a great pleasure for me to be here in Bucharest with all of you today. So I'm Eleni Manousiadi and I'm working on the Black Sea Accelerator. The Black Sea Accelerator is a new initiative that is being facilitated by the two EU-funded projects Doors and Bridge Black Sea, the two sister projects in the region. So what do? We support new innovation in marine technologies. We support businesses. We want to bring a fresh way of thinking in the area. We want to support businesses and see how they can use our research results on starting their new companies, encouraging them in a new way of thinking. Who is invited in the accelerator? Our program invites startups, SMEs, universities, spin-offs, and also larger enterprises that they want to promote sustainability in blue economy sectors. So embracing innovation across ocean observation, blue biotechnology, fisheries, aquaculture, ports, transport, renewable energy, nature-based solution, our program propels businesses towards sustainable success in these vital sectors. Black Sea region applicants, but Black Sea region ideas are welcome to apply for the Accelerator program, but we also invite non-Black Sea region applicants who want to export their entrepreneurial idea to become part of our program. So what do we offer? Our program fosters collaboration between businesses and researchers. We want to create a strong network between businesses, researchers, and investors, of course. We will do this by matchmaking events, networking events, where we are giving the opportunity to discuss and exchange good practices. We support businesses, startups, or the applicants with the development of their ideas. We give solutions on how to improve your ideas. We support you with your business development. I can give you some examples. All the accelerator applicants, all the SMEs and startups that are becoming part of our program will be trained on various topics, varying from marketing, financials to team building. We can support you in terms of understanding, for example, the basic principles for financial modeling. We can support you with giving you legal guidance on how to set up your company. We can help you with the elevator pitch, the so-called elevator pitch. A brief, think of a 30-second way of introducing yourself, introducing your ideas, getting across the key points or two, and making connections with someone, making connections with investors. We facilitate access to funding. We want to help the Black Sea region get funding. We connect SMEs and startups with investment opportunities and offer expert advice on fundraising. For all successful applicants, we guide them in developing successful business model, and we support them to attract investors. So far, we have received 25 applications through our online application form, but we are also able to, we will also facilitate some of the speakers that presented in the previous session. We are very happy to see that from the pool of applications showcasing innovations, we have received applications from every Black Sea country, but also from non-Black Sea region applicants who want to export their ideas in the region. Namely, we have received applications from the Netherlands, from Germany, from Greece, from Spain, from Italy, and we are very happy for these very positive outcomes. 90% of the applicants are coming from the region, so I think this is a very promising note for what we can offer to this region. Our program welcomes ideas that are either or at early stage or advanced technology level. We are very happy to see that the applications we received vary across this range, so this means that we are very flexible in the type of support that we can offer them. And of course, all the applicants will receive tailored support according to their needs. I have put here a list of some key dates that will follow in the next months. So all the applicants in our program are welcome to meet us online in a jointly organized event. We are hosting an online event on the 7th of December where we will be able to actually meet the startups and SMEs and give them the floor to share their ideas, share their vision, and see how we can support them, so we can understand also their needs and develop the training plan according to their needs. Following next, in January, this date actually kicks off the actual support that we can provide. So all the trainings, all the mentoring schemes, all the one-to-one sessions that we can develop and help businesses develop their ideas and their vision actually have a kickoff date in January 2024. And please note the dates for the two major stakeholder events organized by the two sister projects, DOS and Bridge. So in April and September, we are going to basically organize our events that give, if I may say, they actually create the supportive environment for researchers, for businesses, for policymakers, for decision makers to come together and discuss, debate on the latest technology levels to actually shape the future of the Black Sea region. I will stop here. I am very happy to see that here in this area, in this room today, we have also some applicants, some companies that have already applied for the Accelerator, and I'm very happy to see how they can describe and share their ideas and their vision with us during the test session. And of course, myself, but also my colleagues from the BRIS team are always here, and we can also add, share our feedback with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Great. Eleni is going to be here with me as well to answer questions that you have. You've heard these fine companies pitch to you a little bit earlier, and this is one of the services BlueInvest provides. We try to introduce to the blue economy community, whether you are a stakeholder, you're a company, you're an investor, we're about increasing your awareness, telling you who's out there, and making good and relevant introductions. We are also there to help you with coaching and also to introduce you. And that's why all of our activities always involve presentations from either other initiatives and new investors. And so I know that many of you may know BlueInvest already, but for those of you who don't, I would like to just make a quick presentation of what it is we do. So the BlueInvest is an EU-funded initiative to boost investment into a sustainable blue economy, and we focus on 10 sectors that have been identified as pivotal to green and digital transition. And so we have been formed and driven by the European Commission because there are clear needs, and I think a momentum that is needed to implement the Green Deal. And so in the Black Sea, we have a it's quite a low representation that we want to gain momentum on, that we want to build traction for. So you've met, 4 investors, because there were originally 3, and thankfully Anne introduced us to Mihai. And then we have 14 stakeholders. There were 8 projects from our pipeline. Some of them are in the room right now. And we had 3 beneficiaries who took up the technical assistance that we provided. And they come from Bulgaria and Romania. Georgia and Turkey are in our pipeline, and the pipeline, of course, is open to associated countries. And so what the BlueInvest does, and this is just to give you an idea of the spread of the Black Sea companies that are in the BlueInvest, just across the sectors, and their technology readiness levels. Those were just to give you an idea of the investors that are active in the BlueInvest community. We have Roca X, I think Morningside is here. Sophia Angels Ventures couldn't come today, but they asked for a copy of the pitch decks. But what we have is a community platform and also an active community. And we organize events for that community. Those events are virtual and they are also physical events. We provide technical assistance, which means investment readiness coaching and fundraising assistance in the form of advisory services to beneficiaries. And we, at the same time, also organize and conduct investor capacity building to help investors to raise their awareness on sustainable blue economy technologies, and also to bring up the awareness of the market opportunities and investment opportunities that are in the sustainable blue economy space. So we have a project pipeline where investors and companies are introduced to each other. So we have a data room, and we also feed into this pipeline the beneficiaries of our technical assistance, and we identify companies outside who are ready to be introduced to investors. This is enabled by the BlueInvest Fund. If you were here yesterday, you might have heard from Adelaide, from the European Investment Fund, because they administer the fund, and then this is also enabled through co-investment by an active community of investors. And we have coaches, so we have business coaches and venture mentors, a couple of whom are in this room and whom you have met. So these are the different elements of the community that we have. And I think one important thing that comes out is that something that we also see with the companies is that you need to know how to pitch yourself, you need to know how to create and develop a good value proposition that's really tailored to the person who's going to be in front of you. Because there will always be an event, there will always be a session where you could potentially be introduced, and you need to be ready for that. And that's why with every type of event we have, we present opportunities for people to be presented to each other, whether they're investors or companies. We conduct the BlueInvest Days, where we have the BlueInvest Award, we have our thematic workshops, we have e-pitch sessions which we co-organize with different organizations and which is supported by Europity. And we have investor matchmaking events as well. Okay, so there are always reasons to be involved and to continue to be involved. I'm going to stop the presentation there because I wanted to just give the floor back to you, those of you who are in the room, who are here because you find something relevant or useful or interesting. And I want to maybe ask Eleni as well, just to share the stage with me, because the companies that are in the room, the first thing is that we want to give you an opportunity to be able to present yourself or your project or your idea in 3 minutes in front of the room. So I'll give you some time to think about that and think of whether you want to do it. So outside the guys have already pitched in front of you, we want to open the floor to those of you who really have a good idea that you want everyone else to know about. Tell us what it is, what your project's about, and then and also what the next stage of growth is going to be for you. I'll give you a few minutes to think about it. But in the meantime, I'm going to open the floor for any questions to Eleni or myself. Does anyone want to know anything about the activities that we have? You're all still thinking about it. That's okay. Companies or projects in the room, is there anyone who wants to talk about what it is they do? Because we contacted you as you were registering this morning, just to see. It's a safe space. Don't worry, we're not going to judge. But is there anyone who wants to present their particular project or initiative? Yes, please come. Welcome, and thank you for being the brave first person and a woman. Please introduce yourself. Tell us about your project.
Thank you so much. Well, good morning everyone, and thank you so much to the organizers and also the CMA conference for such a valuable exchanges, not only today but yesterday also on the different thematical areas that we have here. I'm Alba. I'm a Sustainability Technical Officer at Lomartov. Lomartov is an environmental engineering SME based in Valencia, in Spain. And we mainly provide services around sustainability assessment with different engineering tools such as life cycle assessment, life cycle costing, social life cycle assessment, so in the triple pillar on the sustainability side. And we work mainly with different companies, but also with different quite broad projects, more than 15, I would say, around different technologies, novel technologies. We brought a poster session that we love to share with you and discuss with you about it. It's about aquaculture technologies. But also hearing from today all the different pitches that we're really interested. We also work with power tweaks projects. We also work with bioplastics. So it's really under all the scope that we all share today. And I'm really happy to be the first one, and also to share with you, discuss with you at the lunchtime. As I mentioned with the poster, in anything. I think there are huge opportunities around to share with you around the Black Sea area and to link with the commitments on the CM agenda. Thank you so much all, and happy to share it with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Any other brave souls who want to talk about their project or initiative or company? Yes, please.
Hello, my name is Cristina. Thank you for the opportunity to present myself. I represent a harbor here in Romania. It is located in Sulina. You know, Sulina is at the end of the Danube River, where the river passes through the sea. And we have a family-owned business. And we are looking for investors to revive this city. It is now, sadly, the people have gone because they don't have where to work anymore, and we want to build this harbor. So you know that the river transportation is the cheapest way to ship. So I hope if anybody is interested in much more details, we have the project, so please contact me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Irina. Actually, are there any questions about this project, about the port? Because this is actually, I think, I think it's an interesting approach as well. Do you have any idea yet how much you want to raise and what you would like to use it for? Do you want to give us a little bit of information?
Yes, we want to raise money to build docking station where the ships can transvase the goods from the sea to the river.
Okay.
So this is, I don't have the numbers, but I can give it later.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, Irina. And thank you. Anyone else want to present their project? Otherwise, I will maybe, yes, please, go ahead.
have a man.
Let's have a man on the stage.
Hello everyone, thanks a lot for giving me the opportunity to speak, to present our real project. My name is Eleni. I'm representing the small startup, which is called Wild Diving and Fishing. We are located in Kostinec. We received a grant from Innovation Norway, and we are building a processing facility for seafood, primarily for mussels and rapanabelosa, so shells, seashells. Why is this relevant? Is because in Romania there are very few facilities to process seafood. We normally send what we collect. We also have the commercial fishing. We send it to Bulgaria. So we decided to do it locally, and we decided to do it locally using the circular economy principles. So we're not focusing only on the food itself, but also on the other two flows, which is the animal waste and the shell waste. So we're trying to find applications specifically for Romania, specifically for Kostinec, that we can use also those two flows. It's a small project. We will be operational only next year in April. But I'm here also to discuss opportunities to collaboration, also get support probably from you in terms of coaching, because there's not enough information in the Romanian market about what we're trying to do, and I'm sure we can find a lot of solutions, either in Romania or elsewhere in the next region or in EU countries. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Thank you. Anyone else want to present? Yes, please.
Hello everybody. My name is Eleni. I am a professor at the University of Dallas, Romania, and in the same time I'm secretary for research in one association, ANCONAV. This means Romanian Association for Builders, where are involved all shipyards from Romania, all stakeholders involved in shipbuilding industry. We have a lot of opportunities to do research for ships, especially for ships and for other objects. One important idea which we want to launch is to build, for example, a special ship, that means hospital ship, necessary for isolated areas. For example, Danube Delta in Romania, where are living more than 200,000 people, and there are only one hospital in Tulcea, far from a lot of areas, for example, small villages. And this hospital can be necessary not only for people, for civilian purpose, but also for areas with wars. But another areas in Black Sea, because this floating hospital can be built also for Danube and for coastal areas around but can be military purpose, but we will discuss only for Siberian area. Thank you.
Thank you. Very interesting. Just because I think are there any other ideas that anyone else want to just take the stage? And I think the reason why we ask people to continue to present themselves and to continue practicing their pitch is because we talk to a lot of investors, and we also talk to a lot of investor profiles, so people who provide support. And the feedback that we get is always quite the same. And this is how we also select the beneficiaries who receive the technical assistance. When you're developing your product, your technology or your project, what we find is that teams normally mainly focus on the technology, on how strong it is, on how competitive it can be. And sometimes they have a tendency to lose focus on the business side, the fundamentals, how to communicate it. And this is where we really need to provide support, and where we need to work with other partners to do this. The key, I think, points the key points of feedback we tend to receive from investors, I think you heard some of it earlier from our investors. It's your knowledge of the market. What does your product actually do? What problem are you trying to solve? And that's the first part. You need to be able to clearly articulate what the challenge is and how big the challenge is, or what the opportunity is and how big that is. You need to know your addressable market. You need to know if there are any competitors out there that you are coming in to challenge, maybe. If your product is a substitute, if you're creating an entirely new market. So we really look at market potential and strategy, and whether you are aware and to what extent you're aware of that. We, as a second key point, look at sustainability. What kind of impact are you going to be able to present? And this is something investors ask us now as well. And even when you look at exits, corporates, the end clients, the market is now really demanding to have a measure of sustainability. And this is going to become even more significant, not just this year, but in the coming years, because you see the regulations are coming out there. All industries are experiencing this impact. What is the investment potential? Will you be able to explain what return on investment the investors are going to receive? So have you thought about what the market plan is going to look like? How much needs to be invested and where the return is going to come from? And that bears a lot of, I think, reflection within the team. And it has an impact as well on how you create your team and what competencies you need. The investors we deal with always look at who's speaking in front of them, and who's working on the product, or on the technology, and who's working on the business side. And you need to make sure that your team has, the right mix of competencies depending on your market. So there's the technology, the product, the innovation, and being able to really communicate that clearly. For the fundraising assistance that we offer, we also look at whether you've had some experience in raising funds before. And so that has an impact on the level of familiarity you have and your potential to scale up the business. Now we see that, I think on all sides, people are looking for teams with the motivation to scale up. So scaling up your business, also going international, because your market might not be in Europe, it might actually be outside. We are looking for that, and also funders are looking for this as well. And then beyond that, we look at the maturity of the company, the experience of the management, and also the motivation. And actually the motivation I put as the last, but we actually look at these letters first. We want to see how how much drive you have as a team and where you want to take this forward. Because I think that is, as an entrepreneur, and those of you who've been in business, that is usually, it's your energy, how you manage your energy. That is always the most important thing. So this is what we take into account when we look at companies who apply for technical assistance, when we look at companies that we invite into the project pipeline. And it is also something that we find, these are indicators of success as well when it comes to companies that receive investment. And that's why we tend to focus on this when we match companies to services that are provided to them. Okay, so this is just a list of the readiness assistance packages we have. Does anyone want to take a guess, like what type of coaching companies usually end up taking the most? So we have like a sustainability business case, we have corporate strategy, operational excellence, market readiness, product and innovation, the pitch doctor, path to net zero, access to finance, marketing and growth strategy, or improving investment readiness and bankability. Does anyone want to take a guess, like which package tends to be the most frequently used? Market readiness, and
Six.
pitch doctor.
Number 6.
Number 6 is the marketing and growth strategy. Sorry? 8. 8 is access to finance. Yes, actually the most used ones are 7 and 8. So improving investment readiness and reaching bankability, and then access to finance. And then the second most used here is marketing and growth strategy. So the pitching is something that we tend to work on with people, because you need to have the fundamentals to be able to pitch well, right? But then access to finance continues to be top of mind for most teams. Okay, so this is just the key points, I think, with when it comes to the assistance packages. And then we have our user journey. The investors, I think there's not so many of you in the room anymore, so, and you know this because a lot of you went through the capacity building program. Our goal is actually to introduce more blue funds into the market by increasing the awareness of investors in this space. And I'm really happy that I think since we've started the project, and particularly since last year, we've actually increased the number of investors that are now working on funds that are at least related to or adjacent to blue economy sectors. So we hope to see you, at least a lot of you, in Brussels in March on the 7th for the next BlueInvest Day. And I also wanted to use this occasion to plug that the European Commission, DG Maritime and Fisheries, is organizing a European Ocean Days, which is going to be in that same week. So if you were planning to go to Brussels that week of I think the 6th to the 9th, there will be a lot of events around the EU ocean space. They will all be organized during this week. Our event is one of them. So Brussels is going to be quite active during this week. So I hope to see you there in March next year. I wanted to make sure that I also got some feedback from you. We want to know if there's anything we're not offering that you would like to see more of. We'd like you to join the Black Sea Accelerator. And so this QR code leads to the form for the Black Sea Accelerator, and then to also join our community and to touch base with myself, with the team. Danielle is also in the back of the room. And before I actually close the session, I wanted to open to any questions, and as I wait for you to see if anyone has any burning questions, just a couple of reminders for you for what's going to happen next. So there is going to be a lunch, which is going to be served next door. And then at 2:30, there will be the hackathon sessions. So one of the hackathon sessions, the one on Blue Skills, is going to be in this room. And for the sessions on maritime transport and ports and coastal and maritime tourism, you need to be in the room where the lunch is, the cocktail room, at 2:20, so 2:20, because they will have to lead you to the rooms where those sessions are actually going to be. So please make sure that you're there at 10 minutes before 2:30. Don't miss out on the Black Sea Project Awards. Definitely come back for that. That's going to be really interesting. The awards are beautiful. I was taking a sneak peek at the back, but I'm not allowed to post those photos. And then to be back as well for the closing remarks after the awards. And so I don't know, Eleni, if you want to have any kind of last words before we close the session.
So,
Yeah, wait, maybe it's the other one. Yeah.
This is the first time that the Black Sea Accelerator is launched in the region, and we are very happy to see that it was embraced by all countries in the region, but also from non-regional applicants. We are very excited to meet with all of you. We have a dedicated poster in the exhibition area, so during the lunch break, please come and talk to us. We are very happy, we are very keen to listen to your brilliant ideas and see how we can work together, how we can support you with your solutions, with the business model, and how we can work together. Our team will be in the dedicated area, so we will be very happy if you can talk and introduce yourselves and your ideas to us. Thank you very much, Catherine, for having me.
Yes, and so if I may just call Daniela in to give a few quick remarks just to close the session. She's gonna, and then we give you a few minutes more for lunch.
No, Catherine and I, with colleagues, we have been working on this since 2019, so it was great to be here physically for the first time. I really loved that some of you managed to come to the stage to actually talk about your projects, because that's the whole point. This is a platform for everybody. It's not for us just to be here, it's for you as well to get to know each other, because one of the missions of BlueInvest, beyond everything Catherine is saying, is really a community. We are a community of practice, community of interest, community of investors, and community of innovators. So that's great that you are here. Engage with us, connect with us, be part of the events. Give us feedback. I think that's the main thing, it's a continuous improvement approach on everything we do. We got a lot of feedback. Every year we try to have a new focus, sometimes we focus more engaging a lot of investors, sometimes it's more on the companies, because it's a dependency circle, right? Investors only come when they see there is investment potential as well, and companies only thrive if there is investment. So it's totally connected, and this is we try to contribute to that. So we need to do more in this region. It's always a desire in the Commission as well. We talk a lot about colleagues. You saw the Director General of DG Mare about how can we do more in the Black Sea as well. And the blue economy in Europe is about 5% of all the GDP, the value added generated in the economy. It's stronger in some countries than others, obviously because of ocean and dependencies and tradition. But I think it's a good economic path as well here, as we could see from so many speeches we had today. Don't know if you have any more questions or any comments before. We're happy to take a few more, if anybody has any point. No? I think you're hungry, right? Okay. Thank you from my side as well. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you for being here. I think for your presence, for your energy, and also for engaging with us. And we hope to see more of you. And we're looking forward to seeing you, maybe even before BlueInvest Day, maybe after. But definitely keep March in your calendar. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy your lunch.